Whoa! How are you guys holding them?
Cuz we're Sonic.
Alright, cut that out. I'm really sorry for that poor introduction there. We're all here to see if the Mega Drive version of Sonic Heroes would work on real hardware. Sonic Heroes is one of those games which is a bit like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. I'm not going to go into my personal opinion, but I will mention that I love the fact that you can switch between characters on the fly and use their abilities to your advantage. But what if we could take that mechanic out of the game and insert it into Sonic 2 on the Mega Drive? Well, a Sonic ROM hacker going by the name of Flamewing took this proposal on and showcased to the world that this is absolutely possible. And what a great idea it was, because it got rave reviews. So much so that Flamewing and another great hacker, Colin C10, decided to join forces and put Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 together for extra teams, extra gimmicks for the full experience, which was named Sonic Classic Heroes. And today we're going to be trying the latest version of both series, starting with Sonic 2 Heroes. Okay, I was not expecting that. Oh dear. An address error has occurred on read from hexadecimal numbers. Blah, 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 and then even the game doesn't even know what it's trying to say. That's how bad it is. So, I'm pressing every button to try to get past it and it's not working. And maybe while holding A, B or C or something, I'm pressing the reset button. No, maybe start will bypass it. No, it's the Sega screen is kind of corrupted and the rest of the game could be working for all we know, but there's no way to get by. So, does Sonic 2 Heroes work on real hardware? Well, just before we say no, I did a little bit more research. Now, before creating the video, I tried this game on different emulators. And when I say different emulators, I mean I only tried it on 2. It was working on Kega because Kega works with everything. And then I tried Regen, one of the most accurate emulators that I know. And when starting it up, you get the same report as the Mega Drive compiled. So I just thought, well, okay, it just doesn't work on real hardware then, and no. But then after creating the video, I thought, just for giggles, let's just try it on my European Mega Drive. And it works. It started up, and the whole game works perfectly fine. So I asked people in Discord what was the most accurate emulator, and they said Blastem. And when I tried Blastem, it also didn't work. Then that made me think, maybe it's the language settings. So if you can see from here, I actually set the country on Regen to be USA, and then if I reset it, it boots up. I then tried the exact same thing with Blastem, and again, it loads up. Which means that it will work on the European Mega Drive and the Genesis. Now, I don't have a real Genesis to try it out on, but if you have a Japanese Mega Drive, you're out of luck. So for the rest of Sonic 2 Heroes, you're actually going to see a previous version as footage, because that was the only way that I could capture it. The only differences between the two versions is that there's been a couple of bug fixes from what I can see. Everything else you're going to view in this footage is going to be exactly the same. Before we go into the game, I'm just going to go to the options to make sure that everything works. And we've got your character select here, which you can rotate the characters and pick how many characters you want it to be in the game. You just might want to be the traditional Sonic 2, or with Knuckles instead. Forget Tails, who needs them? And you commence with Emerald Hill Zone. So I played this game from A to Z, including getting all of the emeralds, which grants you Team Super. Yes, every single character can become Super, and you can still switch between them in real time. And unfortunately, I've only got the Super Sonic figurine. Don't have Tails and Knuckles. The only place I found that you couldn't choose between the characters were in the special stages themselves, but they do all follow you, which the third character will get hit a lot. All characters can spin dash, yet Sonic is the only one that can super peel out, whereas Tails and Knuckles just spin dashes again. The game behaves as you would expect, just like the ordinary Sonic 2, but just with the extra gimmicks. Most of the bugs that I found were carried over from the vanilla game, and all of these happen on emulation as well, so the Mega Drive itself is not at fault here. One of the biggest issues that I will mention is the amount of slowdown. It can be so sluggish at times. This isn't something that's unique to the hardware itself, and I know the game has got a lot on its plate. I mean, it is giving me an enjoyable playthrough, but this isn't something that's just going to slip on by. You will be noticing it. I mean, hopefully it'll be improved in the next revision of Sonic Classic Heroes, but that's for later. And then, except for this one distinct glitch that Sonic was doing, come on man, you could land on the floor. This game ran really well and I had a very good time with it. Can't make that ledge? I'll have Knuckles climb it. Too high for Sonic? Let's make Tails give him a lift. And how about this? Even Amy Rose is in the game, flying a tornado for our heroes. And once the end of the game is done, she appears in the cutscenes and it's end game. I think this is one of those games that you have to try out. Does Sonic 2 Heroes work on real hardware? Yes. Now that was short and sweet, and I really enjoyed it. But now it's time to move on to the classic version. Now we're talking. That title screen alone shows that we're in for a treat. With the whole previous Sonic game attached, a new team entering the ring, a Knuckles Chaotic style rubber band feature, brand new menus, extra cutscenes, a much needed saving feature with up to 12 slots, and customizable backdrops. Just how can this game handle it all? Even Vector is in disbelief.
Are you kidding me?
This is the definitive version to play, although it still has some drawbacks. A few zones appear to have some CRAM dots placed randomly. The menu selection screen is particularly poor in this regard. Something along the way, the special stages seem to be a little bit screwed up with the character options. I mean, Tails isn't collecting the rings, Knuckles is. But even with those minor complaints, I still had a really great time. So much that I completed the whole game from beginning to end, getting all of the emeralds. Yes, there are 14 emeralds, 7 Chaos and 7 Soul emeralds. Get 7 Soul or Chaos emeralds to become Super, and get all 14 to become Team Hyper. I don't have any Hyper figurines at all. As for the slowdown, I can say that it's dramatically improved. It's still noticeable in some places, but it wasn't that bothersome. And while playing this for a whole hour and a half, I didn't discover any serious issues. It's looking pretty good for Sonic Classic Heroes, but before we answer that important question, I think we need to do the ultimate test.
I physically can't move over.
I can get it.
And how about that? It works! Player 1 controls Sonic, Player 2 controls Tails, and Player 3 controls Knuckles. You can't switch character in real time while they're in control, but wait 10 seconds for the computer to take control of Tails and Knuckles, and then you're able to press the A button to switch characters. Therefore, Player 1 becomes Tails, and so on and so forth. The only thing you cannot change is the focus of the camera. It will always be on Player 1. There is a way around this though.
Take it, boy. Have I got the Japanese one?
Yes, you have.
Oh, Bob Jam, now we're in. Let's go.
So if you ever have a couple of friends around that fancy playing Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, maybe this is the best route to go. With that in mind and everything else that we've seen, does Sonic Classic Heroes work on real hardware? Yes. And we're done. I think this is one of the best Sonic ROM hacks that you can play for your Mega Drive or Genesis, and you might have noticed there wasn't enough of Team Chaotix in that footage, but there's a reason for that. I'll be live streaming Sonic Classic Heroes on my secondary channel as Team Chaotix in a couple of days. Link is up in the corner. But until then, I will leave you with this. Alright, we can call it a night now if you want.
Call it a night. I'm going home.
Right, I'm not doing this.
Pizza. Don't put that in. Oops. Finally, it's been revealed.